as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Denver Broncos. On the visitors' sideline, their head coach. These guys will have their hands full, that's for sure. We know how hard it can be for these warm weather teams to adjust to the inclement weather. His counterpart on the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys know a home playoff game is in their future. They have clinched the division and look to be a real force in the AFC. And off we go from Denver. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And leading them out is their fifth-year quarterback.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
One touchdown, one pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Ashton Jeanty. And this is going to be a Raiders first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're sixes.
From just shy of midfield, here's a 2nd down and 6. On the draw, here's Jeanty. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try to run for it with Jeanty. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
5-yard gain on the play. That's good for a Las Vegas first down.
They'll go again with Jeanty. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. They'll get this out to Jeanty. The gain of 5. And 3rd and 8 now. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Cole now on to punt, and he sends this one away. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line. So here are the Broncos backed up to start their initial drive. They'll be led out by their rookie quarterback, the young man out of Louisville.
And he comes to the end of the season leading the NFL in passing yards. And that's not necessarily something you set out to do at the beginning of the year, but it's a good illustration of how remarkable and consistent he's been all season.
He finds his man complete. It's Walton. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Looking to throw. Vickers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back to throw. Vickers. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Got the defense on their heels. 2 first downs in a row, and now a pickup of 8. 2 yards to go, second down. Now a first carry here for the running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Leads to 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Vickers. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And he's taken down inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Give the rookie another one on this opening drive and a first down with it. A nice start, Charles, for the first-year passer. He's come out, made a few plays, nice plays to begin this contest.
He certainly has, and if he finishes off this drive with a touchdown pass, I vote we don't call him rookie anymore. We'll move him right to veteran and continue from there.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 27.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. Off the play fake. Vickers. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Manning, he hits him in stride. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Broncos are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line.
No gain on the play.
They'll try again. And this time he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. So that a great sequence for these guys to begin the ball game. They force the punt on one end and come right down the field and score on the other.
That's a great example of leaning on each other and building a little momentum that way. How about the defense forcing the punt, turns it over to the offense with confidence, and they take it downfield and score.
7, Raiders nothing.
Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. And he's been very impactful in using his legs this year, both when the pocket breaks down and by design. You notice his name sits near the top when looking at the league leaders in rushing yards by a quarterback.
Check it.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. On play action, no throw. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Mason Graham racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off play action. Vickers. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's another 1st down as this time they get an even 20.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Back to throw. Vickers. This is caught. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Now he'll tuck this and run. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. A great play there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Broncos have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Ryland on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Raiders offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's been a real threat in the red zone and beyond. As you take a look at the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns by a QB, you'll notice he's worked his way into the top 5 at this point in the season. This to the tight end, Kincaid. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
Brings up 2nd and
3.
42-yard line.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of the play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. On 1st down is Genty. And he'll find his way down right around the 12. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The right side here caught by Kincaid. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. And this one is right through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. Final 3 weeks of the regular season. The regular season witching hour, when playoff teams become also-rans and also-rans become playoff teams. Let's dive in. Our look at the NFL starts now. In the Steel City, it's the Steelers at home to take on their AFC North rivals, the Cleveland Browns. And here's the Steeler wideout. He's one of the 4 verticals on this route, and it's a deep shot. They connect. When you add it all up, it's a 94-yard touchdown. From there, it's off to Tampa. Let's look in on the Buccaneers as they play host to the Atlanta Falcons. And this is Darnell Mooney. He was a tough man to pin down all game long. This, one of his 2 touchdown catches. The Falcons find a way. They win it by a point. One more for you. Let's go to SoFi Stadium. It's the Rams hosting the Minnesota Vikings. And it's Cam Ward. He connects. It's a 16-yard touchdown. The Vikings come away with a 17-10 victory. With that, time for a look at the playoff picture. Things starting to come into focus in the NFC here in Week 16. Meanwhile, in our game, it was a competitive, hard-hitting first half. We expect more of the same going forward as we send you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Snow looks like it's going to continue through this second half as we are back underway in Denver. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds. Looking to put a drive together.
18, pioneer.
Throwing to start the drive. Vickers. That ball caught by his rookie wideout. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
Let's go, go.
Off the play fake. Vickers. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Second and a couple. Play action. Vickers. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
First down. First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Let's go. Ready.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Broncos take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. So So after the field goal, Riley back out as he'll send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as they'll get this up to the 29. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's been a tough guy to contain this year, and his numbers reflect that, as you can see right here. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing, and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Raider, first down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. Second down coming up. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
Once again, it's Genty. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down at the 32-yard line. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional in the battle of game plans.
Probably a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Denver's offense now set to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game planned for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better.
Dashing through the snow. And all the way home for the Broncos score. A big play there. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now Riley for the PAT. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Now a 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to Genty. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4. He'll set up a throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game.
Ready, go. Nice.
They go play action here on first down. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. He'll look to throw. Open man, that's Jaden Higgins. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Let go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here we go. Start.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Well, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
They'll look to throw again. Throw right side, looked in here by Bash. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that will bring up 2nd down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Back to throw again. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked up by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. He'll start on the ground here on first down. Now he's loose again. Inside the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great play there. 71 yards. And the Broncos extend their fourth quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Raiders 3. Chad Ryland to kick off.
Back out is the kicker Ryland, and he'll send this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. And this ball will come out to the 35. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll be second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 63 yards receiving for him now. That last catch good enough for a first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Las Vegas.
Back to throw. And that throw behind his man. He missed him, incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Ready? 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready, hut.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
Hold it ready. Ready.
He'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
And they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Open man is Higgins. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
It's a gain of 20. That's another Las Vegas.
Broncos switch.
He'll drop to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
6-yard line.
Now back to throw. Left side, he's got the tight end, Fannin. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. This was a really nice display, Charles, of complimentary football, especially how much they were humming in the second.